What's up, guys? This is Crypto with James talking to you today about Optimism. Obviously, a layering solution for Ethereum. Did an airdrop in the summer of last year. Not a fan. Fan of the protocol, fan of the ability to save a ton on the Ethereum network using Optimism. But as an investment, there is one significant reason that I am not convinced this is going to be a good investment. And I'll cover that in this video. Before I get into it though, if you are new to the channel, guys, these are the first 26 coins that actually I spoke about when I made this channel. I also owned them when I made the channel. Had you just put in $100 into each of these coins when I released videos about them, and then you did everything wrong as an investor, just straight up ignored them for 2 years, you would still, having done everything wrong, be in profit for around 7 grand. Not bad. Now, if you had sold these coins last year like I did, when the market's absolutely rocketed up, $100 into each, a $2,600 investment in total, would have netted you a profit of 123 grand. It's a very significant difference. Now, as I said, sold all these off. They're not what I own anymore. So if you want to actually see my current portfolio, you can do. All you have to do is go to copymycrypto.com. There, like I said, share my portfolio. All the members get real-time updates anytime I buy or sell a coin. We release videos on a daily basis talking about the markets. We have tutorials set up, so because we've got thousands of members and a lot of them are brand new to crypto. So these tutorials guide you the step by step all the way through crypto. And then on top of that, guys, we have a massive history of success. There is no one in 2020 that was speaking about Phantom. There's no crypto YouTuber anywhere that was saying Phantom was going to have huge gains or even good gains. I've made one Udemy course ever in my entire life, and it was about Phantom. The title was the best cryptocurrency investment of 2020, and it was singularly about Phantom. I said it would 100x or more. It did 677. So had you put in a grand, you'd have been able to buy a very nice house. If you put in 2 grand, you could have made 1.3 million. It's a big, big difference between what everyone else was saying in crypto YouTube. Now, I'll find another Phantom, and when I do, I'm not going to do a Udemy course like last time. I'm going to go onto my site and tell my members about the coin. I'm going to tell them what gains I think it can do. I'm going to tell them what percentage of my money I'm putting in, and they can copy along. They can make the same gains. If that interests you and you want to take the work out of it for yourself during this investing bear cycle, then go to the site, read through it, and if it interests you guys, maybe I'll see you there. Right, Optimism. Optimism is a really interesting one, man, because fundamentally, really heavily used. Launched at $3 and obviously just crashed down. And it's had a couple of rallies here and there, but this is basically what it's done in the past 6 months. Now, as I said, Optimism is a layering solution for Ethereum. It speeds up your transactions. It minimizes the cost of your transactions. It's very, very good. It's very, very good. And there are a fair amount of excuse me, layering solutions for Ethereum. You know, you've got your Polygons, you've got your Arbitrums, you've got your Optimisms, you've got your Chromio, friggin' Cartesi, you've got did I say Polygon? I think I said Polygon. You know, we have a lot. Immutable X. You know, there's so many solutions for Ethereum, and Optimism aims for the minimum number of moving parts when building their layer 2 solution. In practice, this means using proven Ethereum code and infrastructure when possible. Thus, it aims to keep its code as simple as possible and work directly with existing code bases. And their aim is, look, the ecosystem further. The aim is to grow the ecosystem. The aim is to grow the utility of Optimism. Now, as I said, low cost and lightning fast Ethereum layer 2. And to be fair, got a Bridge Explorer. I do have the Bridge Explorer up. Average savings have been about 48x, which is not bad. They're doing about 505 transactions per day. And the approximate on-chain value is around 1.4 billion. And as you can see, we've seen transactions per day quite steadily improving over the course of time for Optimism. This is the 7-day moving average. Now, what this does suggest, the fact that this is rising, is certainly that people are more readily using Optimism, or certainly people are coming into the markets a bit more, because that is been, really quite nice growth over the past 2 months. And statistics are always positive. So right now, Optimism is looking good. It's looking like it might have a little bit of a mini rally just based on data, transactions, and usage. Obviously, it doesn't mean it's guaranteed or anything, but yeah, it's actually doing some pretty good stats here. And you can see the projects that have been using Optimism the most. Galax, you've got Perpetual Protocol, Pika Protocol, Uniswap v3. And once again, bearing in mind this is again useful statistics for looking at other things. So like Pika Protocol, Galaxy are both worth having a little look at, see how they're moving, because obviously in terms of usage, really good. And one thing I will really compliment, like this, Optimism present a lot of really valuable data here. That is quality. And their protocol is very, very good. It saves money. It is a good protocol. They also have a detailed protocols metric as well. Transaction fees per day in Ethereum. So transaction fees earned per day on Ethereum. So as you can see, it's a good spike in couple of particular days, but generally, they're still doing all right on that. Transactions per day, steadily rising. Again, that bodes really well. New transacting address retention, as you can see, again, steadily rising. Contracts deployed on Optimism, steadily rising. There's a lot of positives here. Every piece of data suggests that Optimism is being more and more utilized than it was just a couple of months ago. So on an upward trajectory, that bodes really, really, really well. Combine that with their ecosystem, which is really strong. They've integrated, or most Ethereum-based cryptos have integrated the Optimism protocol on whether it's their platform or protocol or block or whatever. Most projects on the Ethereum network have integrated Optimism to some degree. You can see synthetics here. When we look at DeFi, you can see you've got your synthetics, you've got your perpetual protocol, you've got your 1inch, your Uniswap, your SushiSwap, your Aave, Beefy. All the cryptos you would expect to see. The ecosystem has grown enormously. It is very, very impressive in terms of the growth that they've had. It's one that I expect will continue to have growth in the ecosystem. But in terms of price, um, long-term price appreciation, look, I think there's a lot of better options, and the reason for that is the circulating supply, the total supply, and the model for the token distribution. So right now, it's priced at $1.10. A fully diluted market cap is 4.75 billion compared to the current market cap, which is 258 million. Significantly different. And what it boils down to is the way that the funds are released. And there's a couple of things that really make me very, very hesitant about Optimism. First of all, look, In terms of unlocked supply, 100% of the unlocked supply will be in 4 years from launch. Now, you're looking at launch last year, so 2026 really. Well, 2027 because they include year zero, don't they? So by the end of this year, by the end of year zero, which is going to be basically June of this year, or the beginning of June, um, we should see, nearly 60% of the tokens out effectively by June. By June of 2024, should really be looking at around 70%, 75% of those tokens released. So all of a sudden, say we're looking at 70% or 75%, 3/4, you're basically looking at 3 billion tokens all of a sudden being added. So if just say it holds its price point, all of a sudden you've got a market cap of 3 billion. Now, Optimism, can it run back to $3? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. That would put a market cap of 9 billion, 10 billion. Do you think it's getting much more than that realistically? Maybe. But is it getting huge amounts? That's the point. Optimism can't sort of do a 10x or so or is very unlikely to do a 10x, 20x, or any significant gains from where it is because the circulating supply is going to be so high, within a matter of a couple of years. The next bull cycle is probably going to be midway through 2024. So midway through 2024, and all of a sudden, there's 3 billion tokens knocking about. There is hesitation there for me because, firstly, I would expect a massive token dumpage. There's as an example, there's what's it? Sugar Zaddies. Now, Sugar Zaddies are their investors. They start getting their tokens released during year one. They have 17% of the overall tokens. Now, Sugar Zaddies, I can't find anything about, at all. I mean, for obvious reasons, you search that into Google, you search that into anywhere, and you can imagine what comes up, you know. And it's hard to find. I have trawled through Google, I've trawled through multiple different sites trying to find sugar zaddies. Can't find anything about them. All I can find, the only time I've ever heard sugar zaddies is here. Sugar zaddies. Allocation 70%. Investors, they funded us and our crazy vision for the future. Couldn't have done it without you. All tokens distributed as part of the Sugar Zaddies allocation will be subject to a lockup period. And as you can see, you know when the lockup period starts ending. So but knowing nothing about them, they can absolutely dump on the market. Now, what I'd expect is that we're going to have a huge token dumpage on Optimism. I would expect that we're going to see that price drop down to 50 cents or 40 cents when all the tokens come out. Because how's it going to maintain its price point? I'm not saying its market cap, when 3 billion come out, it's not going to drop to 10 cents or so, but it might drop to 50 cents, might drop to 40 cents. Even then, I still don't think it's a great investment because fundamentally, all we have to look at is market cap. How big do you believe Optimism's market cap can be? And I just don't. I think 10 billion is probably the max. So realistically, in the next bull cycle, you're looking at a $3 coin when the 75% of the tokens have been distributed. So $3 coin, 75% of the tokens, that puts it at 10 bill market cap. Can't see much more. Can't see much more. So fundamentally, for it to be a huge gainer, if it's going to hit $3, you'd want it to come down to about 10 cents to get your 30x, or say 15 cents to get a 20x. I'll say 20 cents to get a 15x. It's a big drop from where it is. You're looking at another like 80% drop. I'm not sure it does that. So as an investment, I think there's stronger ones out there. And also, again, I really don't like the fact that there is 17% of the supply given to someone I like. I know nothing about. I don't know anything about sugar zeddies other than, I don't know. I don't know if that's a company. I don't know if that's a collection of individuals that I don't know anything about them, and I can't find anything about them, and that always is a bit concerning. You've also got more airdrops to come. There's another 14% of the token supply going to be airdropped. How many people that receive airdrops are going to just dump? Again, probably quite significant. So I think there's still a big token dump to come, but I don't think it necessarily drops below sort of 50 cents, maybe 40 cents. But beyond that, there's not much really. Like, it's hard to critique because you can't critique optimism really because fundamentally, strong ecosystem, data outstanding, usage outstanding and growing. You know, there's no argument whatsoever that tech is good. The ecosystem's grown immensely. Um, everything about optimism is pretty damn good. Personally, I prefer Arbitrum in terms of using, but generally, look, you cannot knock optimism. But for me, that there is a huge concern about that token distribution model, and I don't see how, as an investment, it's going to accrue tons of gains when there's still, by the next bull cycle, 3 billion tokens more that will be out. So holding the price point, of course, it can do that. Going up, of course, it can do that. But how high can it go? I don't see Optimism having a 100 billion market cap. I don't see Optimism having a 50 billion or, probably has a 10 billion. Maybe it has more. Obviously Ethereum could end up running up to $1 trillion market cap next bull cycle. So it's feasible that a lot of the layering solutions will have quite large market caps. But how large are they going to get? Fundamentally, Polygon's going to be the king. So, of the layering solutions in terms of market cap, and maybe Polygon has 100 billion market cap. That's feasible, but Optimism, I just can't see the others running to stupidly high valuations, which is why, for me personally, Optimism is not a great investment. Um, but I know a lot of people disagree. So if you disagree, explain. Do me a favor, explain why in the comment section. And if you're a returning viewer, hit the subscribe button. You do not want to miss these videos, guys. And if you want to see the coins I own right now, suffice to say, Optimism is not one, then go to copymycrypto.com. On the site, I share my portfolio, give my members real-time updates anytime I make changes to my portfolio, whether that's adding a new coin, adding to an existing coin, or removing a coin. Release videos on a daily basis talking about the markets. Have tutorials set up for all the members, and have a massive history of success on this channel, on the website. As I said, everything that happens on the site, I just give my very, very clear videos talking about what I'm doing, showing my portfolio. Members join and they copy along. If you want to copy along and make your investing life simple, if you want to find out about what the next Phantom's going to be, the next big gainer, then you're going to want to go to the site. Because when I find the next Phantom, I will go onto the site, tell the members all about it, tell them tell them what gains I think it can have, tell them what percentage of my money I'm putting in, and they can copy along and make the same profit. Again, if that interests you, you want to take the work out of your investing life, then go to the site, have a look, and remember that everything that you read there can be verified on the history of my YouTube channel. And maybe I'll see you there, guys. Otherwise, have a lovely weekend. Take it easy. Bye bye.